6 years ago, when we started this campaign, we started organizing to ensure a voice on the job for retail janitors. We were told that the industry was impossible to organize. This was a fractured, subcontracted industry where the fierce competition amongst the janitorial companies led to a race to the bottom for workers and a larger and larger concentration of wealth for the retailers at the top who were benefiting off of this competition. Despite these enormous obstacles, CTUL and retail janitors organized, stood up, fought, and won. Workers sacrificing time away from their families, risking their livelihood by standing up to their bosses in the face of retaliation. Workers have done the impossible. So we're proud to announce today that the Twin Cities has become the first major metropolitan area in the country where the retail janitorial industry is now union. Voice on the job as they enter into this next phase and fight for a better future for their families.
Pues yo más que nada, los riesgos que tomé, ir pues a la reunión de accionistas y con ellos aquí en la City, reunirnos y también pues hablar en público, en la prensa, mucho nervio, hacer la huelga, que fue para mí fue algo, pero bien, mucho miedo, temblaba, pero así la hice.
There was a lot of risks that we took. Me specifically, I went to the Target shareholders meeting. And that was a risk, and meeting with them here was also a risk. Speaking publicly about what we were doing was a risk. Going on strike, I was so nervous and I was shaking and I was afraid, but that was another risk that I knew that I had to take. And protesting and just all of the things that we were doing were risks.
Ellos son mi mayor motor para mí, porque los veo día a día, lo que ellos necesitan. Y yo sin poder proveerles lo que necesitan. Y yo viendo esta oportunidad, yo decidí luchar.
So they, my children, they are my biggest motivation. I look at them every single day, day in and day out, and I have to look at them and realize all of the things that I'm not able to provide for them. So when I saw this opportunity to fight, I knew that I was supposed to fight.
Sí, mi familia, yo les platico, pero igual que todo mundo, no hombre, ¿cuándo van a ganar? Olvídense de eso. No hombre, ustedes están locos. Dicen, no. Y yo me quedo, no, sí. Y yo pues como miro el proceso que va, y le digo, sí, ya merito. Y dice, así tienes desde que empezaste. Y ahorita dice, pues, se pusieron contentos. No, pues felicidades. Dice.
Yeah. So my kids sometimes, just like with other folks out in the world that are like, yeah, it's never going to happen, you're never going to win. But me personally being the one in the process and seeing the victories along the way, I was able to, continue to tell myself, like, we are going to win. And so now my kids are finally like, wow, you guys really did win, congratulations.
A millones de personas, de que sí pueden ellos organizarse y luchar contra estas injusticias y estando con una esperanza y con fe.
It sends a message to millions of people everywhere that, like, if you that you can organize and that you can fight, and as long as you keep faith and hope, you can win.
Ahora estamos orgullosos y contentos de que hemos cambiado la industria.
And now we're happy and we're proud that we've changed this industry.